Well, it's the business about the stab wound and how it was made, you know? The downward angle of it.
Don't tell me we're gonna start with that. They went over it and over it.
I know they did, but I don't go along with it. The boy is 5 feet 7 inches tall. His father was 6'2". That's a difference of 7 inches. It's a very awkward thing to stab downward into the chest of someone who's more than a half foot taller than you are.
Wait a minute, give me that. I hate these things. I grew up with them. Flesh knives came with the neighborhood where I lived. Funny I wasn't thinking of it. I guess you try to forget those things. To use this knife, you'd have to hold it like this to release the blade. In order to stab downwards, you'd have to change your grip.
Whoa, buddy.
So how do you use it?
Underhanded, like this. Anyone who's ever used a Swiss knife before would never handle it any other way.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. That's why they're made like this.
Now, everyone agreed that this boy was pretty handy with a knife, didn't they?
That's right.
Do you think that he would have made the kind of wound that killed his father?
Not with the experience he'd had with these things. No, I don't think he would. He'd go for him underhanded.
Listen, I'm getting really sick of all this. All this yakking's getting us nowhere, okay? So I'm gonna do us all a favor. Break it up right over here. I'm changing my vote. Not guilty.
You're what?
You heard me. I've had enough.
What do you mean you had enough? That's no answer.
What?
That's no answer.
Why don't you mind your own business, huh, bud?
No, he's right. That is not an answer. What kind of a man are you?
You've sat here with everyone else and voted guilty because there's some baseball tickets burning a hole in your pocket. Now you have changed your vote because you say you're sick of all the talking here?
Now listen.
Now you have no right to play like this with a man's life. This is a terrible and ugly thing to do, don't you care?
You can't talk to me like that!
I didn't talk to you like that. If you want to vote not guilty, then do it because you're convinced the man is not guilty.
Listen!
Because you've had enough, and if you think he's guilty, then vote that way. Don't you have the guts to do what you think is right?
I told you.
No, guilty or not guilty?
I told you not guilty.
Why?
God damn you! I don't have to explain myself to you.
You do have to. Say it. Why?
Because I don't think he's guilty!